Good morning. This is the time and place for the Planning Hearing Officer hearing for May 31st, 2017. My name is Roger Kiesel, and I will be conducting the hearing as Planning Hearing Officer. We have one continued case today, and relevant exhibits are posted on the panels located directly behind me. The one continued case we have is a conditional use permit. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.42 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if four required findings are made. They are, the first one is that the proposed use will be consistent with the elements and objectives of the general plan. The second is that the use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public welfare, public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. The third finding, that the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding property. And then finally, that adequate public and private facilities, including utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures, are or will be provided for the proposed use. As I mentioned before, this case was continued from last week. So how I will proceed with the hearing is I'll reread the description of the project. I'll review other comments from other city departments and letters, and then I'll ask the applicant to make a brief presentation to make the findings. They will be given 15 minutes, and then anybody in support or opposition to the case has 3 minutes to talk. And then any rebuttal period by the applicant, they will be given 5 minutes. Then I will close the hearing and then take the case under submission. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and all persons who spoke at the public hearing or responded to the public notice. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Appeals under the appeal provisions, Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the decision date, and the notice of appeal shall be filed with the Building and Safety Division in MSB Room 101 of the building. If you wish to speak, you need to fill out a speaker card, and I will proceed with the hearing now. All right, the only case we have on the agenda this morning is a continued case. It's conditional use permit PCUP 1703663. It's located at 125 West Las Feliz Road, and it's a classic family spa. The application is for approval of a conditional use permit to allow the continued operation of a massage use located at 125 West West Las Feliz Road in the C3 Commercial Services Zone. I'm going to review the comments from other departments, and then I'll call up the applicant to speak. So the police department, there were a couple comments or a couple incidences in the police department comments where there were allegations of a masseuse providing a massage and touching or inappropriate touching. Also alleged that certain masseuses didn't have the required certifications that they're required to have. They also state that in the last calendar year, there were 2 calls for police service regarding inappropriate touching and not possessing proper certification. Okay, that's police department comment summary. The city attorney's office advises the applicant to comply with Chapter 5.64 of the Glendale Municipal Code, which deals with massage establishments. That was it with them. Neighborhood services. Neighborhood services met about a month and a half ago at the place of business and did not observe any violations. However, they also could not, the owner could not locate proper certifications for all the masseuses on the site, and she was issued a citation. So that's their comment. GWP Water had just standard comments. And that was it with regard to interdepartmental comments. Staff did receive one letter in support of the request to continue Classic Family Spa. So there was one letter in support. Okay, let me call up the applicant first, and then if you could make the findings and just talk about the request, that would be great. And then if I have any questions or if there are any other speakers, we'll call them up. Oh, thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 现在就是说，把你的所有准备好的东西给他们看一下。
Remember to talk into the mic too.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we can get.
I already prepared the previous 2 years every receipt and the document. And also I brought in all my employee, the therapists, they have a certification. There's too many. Also bring them my company the insurance. All the working the record. Every day the working the record. And then the text recording. And the public, the estimate is like a Yelp. They give a rate to my Google, Facebook. Groupon. Groupon. Coupon. Groupon. Okay.
Groupon?
Groupon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Groupon. Yeah. Groupon. Got it. Okay. Groupon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 还有什么？
加州证书，所有员工的加州证书和报税记录。
All the employee the certification of therapists from the state
工作记录、
and the working the record
工作收据、
and the working the receipt
公众评论网、
and then the public the rating to my massage business
insurance、
insurance
商业保险和劳工保险。
and the business the insurance and worker compensation insurance. That's it. So you want to see anything else?
Well, I think it would, I think it's best if you all, there are 4 findings that you need to make for a conditional use permit. I think you need to go over them,
他说我们
because if I can't make those findings, then I can't grant the conditional use permit. So what you really need to do is speak on the 4 findings that I read about.
他说就是说我们就是按照你原来我们上面所写的4、5个东西，看看你有什么发现了什么东西，然后给我们，让我们按照那些条件来说。
第一个问题是我所有的员工都有加州证书。
So all my employees they all have the California certificate of a therapist.
Right, they're required to.
这是他们的要求。
这也是公司的最基本要求。
Yeah, this is a company the very basic the requirement. Yeah.
这是第一个问题，每个人都有加州证书。第二个问题是
Okay, the first answer I answer because all my employee they have all the certificate of therapist. Do you want to see it or?
Not at this point.
他说现在不需要，现在不需要。
So they're required to have
他们是
licenses by the city.
他们说是，
So
他说市政府是要求的都要有这个执照的。Okay.
我知道，
I
公司也
understand.
要求。
Yeah, we are the store also required. Yes.
okay. So are you familiar with the 4 findings of the conditional use permit?
他说你有了解说我们这个条件式的许可证有4、5项的要求的东西准备吗？我们在这个里面 ，OK， 给你的这个里面，原来市政府给你的这个地方，我们所针对你的事情，然后你有准备好有4、5项。
都有交给 CT 啊，这些都有交给 CT。
No. She said like all attachment already delivered to the city. 这个吗？
都有交给 CT。
Like a location map and a reduced plan and a Department of Commerce.
Right. Okay. Well, let me just ask you. Let me just ask some questions then.
让我来问你一些问题。
One of the findings for the conditional use permit
他说一个条件来讲，就是我们条件式的这个许可证，
is that your use, which is, I'm sorry, what's the name of it again?
他说你过去有
The Classic Family Spa will not be detrimental to the public.
will not incorporate touch.
It won't, the use won't harm the public. Why won't your use harm the public? Why, if you continue Classic Family Spa, or how will you ensure that Classic Family Spa won't harm the public, will be good for the city of Glendale?
好，就是说你如何说证明说你们的所有的操作事情不会影响到 Glendale 的大众的健康？
所有的事情都不会影响到大众健康，所有的行为，所有的事情都不会影响到大众健康。
对，
所有的，我们的工作， 我们的广告，我们所有的，我只能说所有的不会影响到任何人的健康。
Okay. For everything, we follow the compliance to city the law, the safety, everything, nuisance. We just follow the regulation, the rule, everything.
Okay. How long have you operated there?
你在那边已经做多久了
2年，
？2 years.
2 years. Okay. And what are some other uses in the center that you operate from? What are the other uses?
Except the massages.
Right. You have in the development that you're in. There's your business. It sounds like there are a couple apartments. Are there any other businesses in that complex, commercial complex?
OK， 在你们那个地方 complex 集合住宅，除了是你们这个店的话，还有什么其他的店在那里？
唯一的是律师楼。
Is only as attorney office over there.
Okay. Okay. And how have you or will you operate such that you're not going to negatively impact that attorney's office or those residences that also are located on the property?
你如何去防止阻止不影响周围的住宅跟律师楼？
从来没有影响过，
I never.
从来没有影响过任何人，没有影响过律师楼，从来没有。
Because we never did anything influence anybody, residential or the attorney office.
I'm sorry, you've never.
Never like doing negative impact to the attorney office and the residential area. Never.
从来
You
那你说 OK？
从来没有影响过任何人，没
那
有影响过
你
周边。
你如何就是说不去做负面的影响到他们？
没有广告，没有广告，没有就是没有。
不是，你现在要听好问题啊。I'm sorry, I got it.
That's okay.
Yeah. 我现在他就问你，就是说，你如何去做个事情，而不是负面的影响到你的隔壁跟你周围的邻居？
我从来没有做过负面的事情。
你就是遵守法律嘛。
OK， 遵守法律，我从来没有影响过。
Okay, to me, I just follow the regulation, the code, everything, statute, whatever, municipal, everything. As I know, I just follow, obey.
我们上班到下班都是在店里面，从来不会出去。很多人不知道我们的存在。
There's a lot of people, they don't know we are existing because our employees, even the daytime, nighttime, we all stayed in the business place.
从来没有外出，从来没有人跟人讲话。
Then even we have a language problem, so they don't go outside to talk to anybody.
从来没有，也没有停车到这里。我今天有带我的停车，从来没有停车在周边，所以对任何
Yeah,
人
even we don't never bother anybody, so we don't like we parking follow the rule everything. Yeah.
Okay.
简单一点。
In times past, the police department and field investigations or the field inspector went out to your business and determined that there were masseuses on site that didn't have proper certification, that they weren't properly certified, or at least you didn't have record that they were properly certified. If we went out after this hearing right now, what would we find? Would there be any masseuses without certification now?
OK， 在这过去的时候，警察到你们的那个地方去查的时候，就是发现了他们就是没有那个执照。OK，
No，
没有 你再听好，过去警察局在那边就是有发现到那些人有的没有执照，
在哪里
在你的店里。
？Last 2 years, police come to 3 times. Everybody have license.
Okay,
She already said that.
okay.
I tell you,
I understood that. Okay. Also, you have apparently, according to our police department, you have hired masseuses without certification because, as you stated, that you were short on staff.
你那时候来讲的话，就是说警察发现了他们的有些没有执照，然后你自己说了是你那时候缺人。
警察说什么我根本就没有听懂。
Because
Okay, hold on. I haven't actually. There was no question there. Let me ask the question and then.
yeah, sure.
Okay. If this situation occurs again, if you're short on staff again, how can we be assured? How can the city be assured that you won't do the same thing? That you won't hire masseuses without proper certification?
好，我们现在是这么说，现在你已经知道了，那么以后的情况，你缺人的时候，如果做massage的人没有执照，你要怎么去处理？
一定不会让他来。
I'm definitely, absolutely, I will not allow the people without a license working my place.
Again,
我从来没有同意没有执照人在这边工作。
I never allow the people without the certificate therapist working my place.
警察问什么我根本没有听懂。
Because actually, the police officer asking everything, I really don't understand.
我只是猜测是在问什么。
I just guessing.
我讲的是真的。
I'm telling the truth.
okay. So it sounds like either there were some maybe communication difficulties
他说，也就是说，
And
这样的话的
or-
沟通困难，
and/or maybe some record-keeping issues.
也许有的是这个记录上面的这个问题。OK， 是吗 ？Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions of you right now.
他说我没有更多的问题了。
So,
我需要补充，
Can I say something?
sure.
说
我对我的服务很自信，
I'm very confident to my service.
所以警察问我问题的时候，我很自信、很友好的回答 yes or no，实际上是个错误。
Actually, when the police ask me a question, I just said yes or no. Actually, I answered the question is wrong.
现在我才知道，
Right now, I just understand right now.
Okay, so it sounds like what you're contending is, there were some communication difficulties.
也就是说，你实际上来讲，就是在沟通上面是困难，是吗 ？Yes.
And potentially some record-keeping problems on your part because you're contending that you have never and will never hire masseuses without proper certification. Yet we've had field inspectors, we've had police officers go out, and they have not been able to locate certificates for every masseuse on site.
也就是说，潜在的问题来讲，就是说那个这些做 massage 这些人，他们是有一些资料都是有的，都在，但是你只是放在另外一边。
因为我的店里没有锁，所以我是存档放在电脑里面。
Because I ordered the masseuse record, I install my computer because in my the working place they don't I don't have the lock box over there.
因为这个我明白，在很多 city 不允许马上去店里面有锁。
Because as my knowledge, I know there's a lot of the massages they don't allow there has a lock box over there.
不可以有锁，所以我从来没有装过锁。
That's the reason I never installed the lockbox.
我上次给警察说，他们没有 paper，离去的人没有 paper，是没有这个纸，只有证书没有纸，但是他们的资料在电脑里，我没有讲清楚。
Because last time I didn't mention exactly because all my employee we have a document installed on my computer. I don't have the paper document in my office. Yeah.
我给警察说 no paper，不是说没有证书，是只是没有纸张。
I spoke to the police officer, say it's no paper. It's not say no certificate.
Yes,
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
thank you.
All right, I am going to call up, is it Henry Moran?
他在跟他们说 OK 好 Thank you.
Thanks.
So this is this.
You can sit down for now,
okay.
yeah.
All right, thanks.
All
I'm
right,
actually a customer of hers.
okay. Can you introduce yourself first?
Henry Moran, resident of Glendale, publisher of newspapers, and a customer of the Family Spa. My mother is a senior citizen, is also a customer. I have a lot of friends that work at the Chevy dealership that are customers, and they are great business. They shut down at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. lights out, so everyone's gone home. So it's not a shady place, and whenever the police shows up, this language barrier happens. They don't know what, because she needs an interpreter, and the police has to provide one if she asks for it. So I'm now told her to ask for an interpreter because she doesn't speak English very well. Also, all these employees park in that parking lot that's right there adjacent to the building. They all have permits to park there, so they don't interfere with the residents in the back. And they have a great reputation. So I'm for them to stay open because that's where I get my massages. It's a great little place. I don't know why the findings that Milka Toledo provided, they're all, just misunderstandings. It's like saying that I have a bag of weed in my pocket, but I don't. It's catnip that belongs to my cat, Morris. So this is all a misunderstanding. This lady is a great business. She pays $5,000 a month, and sometimes she doesn't generate that much in massages. I'm like, why don't you shut this thing down? Because she has so many square feet, but she's a good business owner.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks. Okay, Mark Hess.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Mark Hess with Glendale Vice Narcotics. I'm here for Lieutenant Bickle. We are opposed to renewing the CUP based primarily on the facts that twice in 2016 and 17 we had two police reports filed by females who said that they were sexually assaulted in this establishment by two male masseuses. The first one occurred January 31st, and the second one occurred July 5th, so almost a half a year separation between the two instances. Again, it was two different male masseuses, and the assaults listed in the report were pretty severe in nature. They were both rejected for filing for different reasons, but that's primarily our reasoning for denial.
Is that why there are allegations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, allegations, and they were not filed. In addition, Ms. Lai made reference to Yelp reviews, and Lieutenant Bickle indicated that he did a little research online, and in the year of 2017, he was able to locate over 140 Yelp reviews, and in reading them, he came up with 18 different names that individuals referenced. For example, Nancy gave a great massage, or different names, but there was 18 different names. And with speaking with Ms. Lai, she was only able to provide information on very few of those 18. So it's unknown if those were made-up names, fictitious names, or if they were actually employees that Ms. Lai doesn't have documentation for.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
And I'm not sure I got this right from the applicants. If you went into the business and saw certificates on the computer versus physical copies of them. Would that be acceptable to you, or?
I don't know what the city's standards are. I believe they're supposed to have them posted physically. But me as an investigator, I would probably accept if they had some type of photo or something on the computer or whatnot,
Okay.
just so I could at least compare that person's name to their driver's license. Because we understand working vice cases that the masseuses will come up with fictitious names for the mere purpose of having their clients be able to easily remember their name if they want to come back. And it makes sense due to some of their names. And lastly, in addition to this, in reading the police report on July 5th, when Officer Cornejo was investigating this second assault, again, maybe it was a language barrier or whatnot, but he spoke with Miss Lai at the location, and the report reads that Miss Lai said there was only 3 current certified masseuses at that location. It was her, another female, and a male Middle Eastern. There was no reference to a male Asian who was described as a suspect. So it's unknown if this individual was actually working as a masseuse or whatnot. And then in a supplemental report on that same case, the detectives called in this individual suspect. He made reference with a translator that Miss Lai called him for work. Again, it doesn't say if he had a CAMTC permit or not. When Lieutenant Bickle went out and spoke with her, and I believe Mr. Rodriguez, that she made reference to Bill, the suspect in the first assault, being temporarily employed because she was short-staffed, and she didn't have any information on Bill. And very lastly, we did conduct an undercover operation at the location on March 17th, just kind of in response to all this that was happening. It was a male undercover. He did go in and indicated that there was no violation, and everything appeared on the up and up from his standpoint.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Thanks. I don't. Oh, what? In the police department comments, there were 2 allegations of inappropriate touching. Both times, you couldn't necessarily match masseuses with licenses.
Correct.
And then further down, it stated that in the last calendar year there were 2 calls for police service. Are those the 2 calls?
I believe so, yes. The
Okay.
January 31st of 2016 and
Right.
July 5th, 2016.
Okay, so those are the 2 calls you referenced.
Yes.
And then, in April of this year, you and the field inspector went out and you didn't see anything wrong going on, but you also had trouble matching names with certificates.
I wasn't present for that. It was
Yeah.
Lieutenant Bickle and,
Okay.
and Mr. Rodriguez, and
Okay.
I believe he's going to testify to that.
Okay. Okay, that's all I had. Thank
Thank you.
you. Mr. Rodriguez, do you want to come up?
Steve Rodriguez, Community Development Department, Code Compliance Inspector. On that date of question, the April 12th, 17th, me and Lieutenant Bickle did do an inspection of that place and met with the owner.
Okay.
We inspected the premises and found no violations. We asked
And
to
by
see,
violations, what do you mean?
well, any kind of violations that's inside the actual physical violations. There was none.
Like proper vision into the
Correct.
business,
Correct.
those sorts of violations?
Correct.
Okay.
There was anyone doing any massages at that time. And then,
Oh, there were no
No.
massages taking place?
Correct. And then we asked for the daily log sheets and the records of what she was supposed to have on her. And then we asked to look at the certificates, the CAMTC certificates, and at that time she could not produce, on some of those therapists, she could not produce those records. That's why I issued the citation, 5.64170, massage establishment's duty to verify employee CAMTC. And that was what I cited her for. In the meantime, after that, she had come to the office and gave us updated certificates of those who are working at that location.
So, when you went in to the business, how did you know that not all the masseuses had the certifications? I mean, is there a list of masseuses, in the lobby, or how does?
They're required to, anyone that's employed as a therapist are required to post those certificates on the wall.
Okay.
When we asked her, she gave some reasons. They were saying that we had tried a couple of the therapists just to try them out, and that at that time they didn't have the certificates. They didn't produce them. Other times she was saying that some of these therapists had left and took the certificates. So we explained to her that it's very, very important to keep the daily log sheets and the therapists that she has there corresponding with with the certificates that she has on file.
So the log sheet, you looked at the log sheet of the day before.
Well, I don't recall the actual dates of the log sheets, but
Right.
he went down the list and gave therapists' names,
and that's
then
where
when
you- okay.
and that's where we cross-referenced with
Okay.
the certificates that she had on file.
Okay,
and she wasn't able to produce some of the
Okay, got it.
certificates.
But then after that,
She
what
came.
happened?
After that, I issued the citation. After that, she came into our office and produced copies of those certificates to us.
For all the
for the
masseuses that-
therapists that are working there. Correct.
okay,
Correct.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You all have 5 minutes to rebut. To answer to what was, said either positively or negatively. If you want to do that. You need to come to the mic.
Okay, because beginning is right now, it's beginning is I didn't notice what the police officer, what he say. Then after that, when he speaks for a while, then I notice what he's going to say. And then the Rodriguez, what he say, so I really wrote down. Okay, so I have to explain to her, interpret to her, and what's going on there. Okay, 他就是说呢，就是说这个是市府的人员呢，他说那时候去那边看，因为他们也没有看到那个massage的人在那边 ，OK， 但是呢，你没有保存的档案，也没有那个每天的 daily log， 就是说我每天要做些什么东西在那里 ，OK。那么在这种情况来讲的话，也没有把那些人的执照呢定在那个上面 ，OK。那么到后来来讲的话呢，就是说呢，你之后呢到市政府去，到市政府以后把你所有的资料给他看 ，OK， 是这样。所以他来讲的话是在这一部分是这个样子 ，OK。那么在这一部分的话，是不是你有什么特别样的意见，还是什么样的要说的 ？Yes。
我墙上面不可以挂很多，我的墙上面位置有限，不可以挂很多。
Because the wall cannot handle too many the document or wireframe whatever.
然后每天工作的人是2到4个，我确定工作人员的证照挂在墙上。
Because I'm gonna be sure how many people working the day, then I'm going to hang on the certificate on the wall.
我不能把过去2年内18个人的证照全部挂在墙上。
I cannot hang on the previous 18 people working my place, they're hanging over my wall.
那样会让客人的错觉，你有很多人在这边。实际
Because
没有
that will be misleading my customer. They say, oh, you got so many masseuse working over there.
实际上没有，
Exactly, it's not.
每天工作只有2到4个。
Every day is only 2 to 4 people working in my place. That's it. That's what you want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
刚才他说还有其他的人的资料他没有看到，那是因为我没有锁，我没有锁，我不可能放在这边。
The reason the regulars say he will not see all the information because I don't have the lockbox. I cannot install my all documents over there.
但是我隔天就
But
听他
the
的话送到 CT。
but the second day, then I bring the whole document to the Rodriguez. Yeah. OK， 好，这个 OK， 这个好 OK 好。好，在这个部分的话，刚刚那个警察呢，等于说了这些事情，因为在这边来讲的话，他们有的东西他们也没有看到谁做什么，就说你这个是最近的这个罚单是这样。可以之前来讲的话，在这个部分来讲的话，就是说你看看你有什么时候要补充的。这些事情，因为他们来讲的话，那时候有警察去做这些事情，他们都没有执照。OK。
最后这一张罚单，我根本不知道这是罚单。最后我只有一张罚单，我不晓得这是罚单，我真的不知道这是罚单。
Because even we're talking about the April the 12th, 2017, I get the citation. Even I don't know that's just a citation. Is a
我以为是要交给 CT 交什么费用。
I thought is this is a fee for the city's regular fee.
我确定是以为是要让我交什么费用。
I just think this is for fee. That's my knowledge. This is a fee for the city's a fee. I don't know. It's a citation.
然后这天他去检查说，我们有3个工作人员全部都有执照啊。
Because the day the gentleman went over there, I have 3 employees. They all have the certificate of therapist.
我讲的是真的。
I'm telling the truth. Yeah. Okay. 好。
So-
Okay.
Oh, you
yeah.
have
I gotta. So right now I'm gonna try to memorize the
Right,
police
what they-
officer what did he say? Okay. 他说在1月31号跟7月5号的时候，这个事情你有没有什么样的话能够驳斥他们的或者怎么样？你应该可以说，就是律师说的，这个不是你能够所控制的。
这2个事情完全出于意外，不是我想要的。
Because like January 31st and then July the 5th, this two incident is totally out of my control.
绝对是意外。
Absolutely, it's really out of my control.
发生的太突然。
It happened so suddenly.
不是我想要的。
It's not I wanted.
I'm sorry. It's not what?
It's not I wanted. 你不想要是什么？那你要说这是说你的法律的问题，你是一个守规矩的人，你要这样解释给他听的。
我有点紧张。
I'm nervous.
It's okay.
我绝对不允许有任何违规的事情在这司法里发生。
To me, I'm really absolutely, I don't allow any employee violation, do any violation thing.
我关心每一个顾客的感受。
I care every my client what they're feeling.
我开业2年7天工作，从未休息。
Since I started business 2 years, I working 7 days every day.
从没有休息。
I never take any rest.
我需要知道每个顾客的感受。
I would like to know my customer what are they feeling.
这对我很重要，
It's to me very important
因为我要建成好的名誉、好的口碑、
because I want to build a good reputation.
好的名誉和好的口碑。
Yeah, very good. I want to build up the good reputation.
这2个事情完全是我不允许的事情。
These 2 accidents to me absolutely the accident. To me definitely I will not allow this happen.
我们没有语言能力和客人沟通什么，
I have language barrier. I really cannot communicate with my client.
我也没有办法去解释经络和穴位的作用，我没有办法用英文去解释。
I cannot to using English to explain the Chinese because we have
经络穴位的做法
like acupuncture the point and with our the nerves, Chinese nerves is different like American nerves. I'm very difficult to explain that.
当客人有意见的时候，我唯一的选择是退钱。
When anytime the client complain, only I can do, I refund the money right away.
然后被投诉的员工会立刻开除。
And then whoever was being sued or complained, I was fire them immediately. 你要不要说明一下这个经络的问题？经络的问题。Okay, it's mine. Okay.
为了这两个事情，我筛选员工非常的严格。
Because these two things happen, I'm very, very strictly and careful to select my employee.
然后我会每天对每个工作者，每天都要告诉每个工作者，你做按摩的时候，你一定要避开很多区域。
I told my employee, you have to have, don't touch any inappropriate area.
不要再引起任何误会。
Don't build up any misunderstanding.
不要让客人再指责我们。
Don't let any of the client blame on us, complain to us.
所以我们现在的按摩不是完整的按摩，但是我。
That's it.
Okay.
Can I say something?
You can, and then I've got a question.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I think she neglects to some part.
I'm sorry, she's what?
She when she talking about acupuncture, the point. Okay, because I grew up in Taiwan, and then because it's a long time ago, acupuncture doesn't allow it in the medical in California the system because of they block it, and then it takes a long time. The passing this law say allow to do acupuncture, acupressure. This is related. Except the acupuncture, acupressure, also we have like Chinese herbs. Herbs, yeah. Because in so far, still, they got a lot of, like FDA, they don't allow it. And also we talking about acupuncture, we have something, it's just everything like, I feel cold. My wife say, you cold here, and then you hear, this is always like a sensation, sensor. You got a sensor. Because in American words, we can call sensor. Actually, this is all related to your coughing. So when I like addressing the long sleep, and then can stop my coughing. Because the massage also is related like that. Because they touch some other part, they're learning from that way. This traditional Chinese, the way, it looks like a close to some inappropriate part. Because that's all related, but actually they cannot do that by law. So that's to them, it's very difficult to explain to the customer. If a customer say no, that's okay, that's easy. They can, because the most masseuses, they got they have a joint, they all have a problem, like a finger, joint, everything has a problem. Okay, so this is a part, if they don't touch it, they still can make money, they get happy. And then they like a touch, the customer, they don't understand that. That's the point, because she doesn't say that, because I understand. That's I want to, just give my idea. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I do have one question for you, because I'm not sure I understood. Earlier in your rebuttal, you mentioned that you, at least it was my understanding, that you didn't have all the certifications up for all the masseuses that you have working on the site because you didn't have room on the wall for them. Is that correct?
What's sorry the room? Room 的 wall。他说过去来讲的话，就是说你没有每一个人
Didn't have space on the wall.
Yeah. 他说你没有那个每一个人的按摩人的那些那个执照挂在墙上，是因为你的墙不够吗？
没有听懂，没有听懂。什么 sense
OK 好，就是说我再回到原来的问题，就是说原来的时候这些做 massage 的人，他们是就是说都没有机会把他们的执照挂在墙上，是因为墙不够挂是吧？
no，每天工作的人的执照一定会挂在墙上。
OK, I'm explain every day the employee they will post their certificate on the wall.
但是离职的人，
But when the people they don't work at my place anymore,
我不可以把他的执照挂在墙上。
I cannot hang on their certificate, the massage, the license on the wall.
Okay.
这够了吗？
But you may have 18 masseuses employed at your business now. But as I think you mentioned, a lot of times you only have 2 or 4 masseuses working at any one day, on any one day. And the other 16 or 12 are not. Is that correct?
他说，按照那个资料来讲，说你有18个人在你那边工作，但是平常来讲只有2到4个人在那边工作，是这样子对吗？
每天2到4个人工作，确定。
Every day positive, every day only 2 to 4 people working there.
But you have other masseuses that aren't working there
他说你有其他
that day, but on other days.
他说你有其他人不在那个时间工作是吗？ I don't understand. 好，我再就是说，你还有其他的人吗？除了这2、4人，你还有10几个人吗？
是啊，他们会有这18个人，有包括已经离开的。
This is 18 people, include the people left the job already,
有包括还在这边工作的，
included the people still working there.
Maybe I can give an example.
他说也许我给你一个例子，
Okay, so I'm employed by you. I'm a masseuse.
他说我是 OK， 我是按摩师，我在那边是边，
Okay, I am working today, Wednesday,
我今天工作。
but I'm not working tomorrow.
他说我也许明天不工作，
Would I take my certificate with me
他说我就是要把我
on
的执照
on
拿走
Thursday when I'm not working, or is it still on the wall?
还是放在墙上。
今天周三他在这边工作，他的执照一定会挂在墙上。
If today is working, definitely their certificate on the wall. 然后呢，
How about tomorrow when I
如果
don't
明
work?
天呢？
明天你不在这边工作，你的资料我有保存，但是不会挂在墙上。
Tomorrow you're not working there, your certificate is not on the wall, but your information that keep on my file.
Okay, and why isn't my certification on the wall?
他说为什么我的这个证明执照要在墙上
因为周四有其他人在这边工作。
？Because like a Thursday have other people working there.
这个墙上会挂着其他人的资料。
The wall only the people working the day and then put on the wall.
等你下周三回来的时候，你的执照也会挂在墙上。
If you next Wednesday you come back to working, then your certificate on the wall.
Is there a reason why not every masseuse who works at the spa has their certification on the wall all the time?
所以这个就是说，每一个工作的人在那边的话，他的执照就要挂在墙上，是吗？
是
Yes.
Yes，
What's the reason?
什么理由？
工作的人执照挂在墙上就是这样子。工作的人就要挂在墙
The
上。
people working there, and then his license got to be hanging on the wall. Yeah, on the wall.
Right. But if I'm working today but not working tomorrow,
他说我今天
why
明天
can't
不要
why can't my certification be on the wall tomorrow even though I'm not working?
Excuse me. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
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 Yeah.
Is there a reason why
他就有任何理由吗？
Sorry，
that not all of the masseuses
不是所有的全部的这些按摩师
can hang their certifications
可以把
on
所
the
有
wall,
他说可以挂在墙上，
regardless of whether they're working or not
不
working on a
不管他
particular
们
day.
有没有在那边工作。好，嗯
I don't start that.
，OK，好，过去的人有在那边工作，那么就是说有你的规定就是说有工作，今天有工作你就挂墙，没有工作你就不挂墙，对不对？好 ，OK， 好，其他的明天走的话就是把它拿掉，对不对？OK，tomorrow very simple that if the people are working today, their the certificate got to be on the wall. If tomorrow they were not coming or they were not working, they suppose certificate is not on the wall.
Why not, though?
为什么不这样？为什么这样 ？I don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
OK， 其实是法律有规定的。
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
他说你有什么东西要说吗
没有，但是我认为他的问题很奇怪。
？I said, I don't have a question, but I just think it's a very strange as a question. I just think a very strange as a question.
You're questioning my question?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The police department
他说警察局说，
and field operations
他说他们就是有这个操作上面来讲，
have gone to your site,
他们是有带的。
it sounds like at least 3 times.
他说在你那边起码有3次以上。
And in each of those 3 occasions,
他说每一次的事件的发生的时候，
have not been able to document, have not been able to cross-reference
他说就是没有
masseuses with certifications.
他说就是没有办法是说这个按摩师跟他的执照并合在一起。
So I'm wondering why
他说我就是觉得奇怪。
什么意思？
not every masseuse's certification
他说每个
is posted on the wall
他说每一个的按摩师的东西都是放在了墙上。
as it should be, as it's required to be,
他说就是便按照要求，他必须要在墙上，
regardless
就是不管他们怎么样，
regardless of whether they're working on a particular day or not.
他就不管他们有在工作或者没有在工作，都应该放在那个墙上。
就是说在和不在都一定要挂在墙上。
So in other words, whatever they stay there or they are not stay, they are not over there working, we have to have put their certificate on the wall.
Yes.
是的，
Sorry，我不确定这个，所以我没有这么做。
Sorry,
There's a difference between I'll use myself as an example. Me being a masseuse and working that day in your business,
他说我在你那边工作，
and me being a masseuse in your spa and not working on a particular day,
他说也许我在那边不是，
and me not being employed with you anymore.
也许不在那边是你的雇员呢。
If I'm not employed with you anymore,
他说如果
I don't need a certification on the wall because I don't work in your business anymore.
他说也就是说，那个来讲证明不在那边的话，也就是不在你那边工作了。但是你这个要想的，你们的那些就作业人是经常到不同的换工作，对吗？你要说出来啊。
对，那我要说，
你
员工他们我要说什么？
你的员工 because as my knowledge, I just mentioned to her, okay, the reason, she doesn't know how to say that, but I'm going to say it. Because her employee is not a permanent employee because they're working 2 days and then they're gone. They go to another place to working.
So they're no longer employed with you.
Right. And then someday they come back again. Okay. This is I'm thinking that way because I know this kind of situation, but I want she say something. OK， 你慢慢说给他们听。OK，
刚才在说什么？
没有，我刚刚是说用我的解释来，就是说这些人今天工作，也许明天就不来了， 因为经常在调换的，所以呢，他们的这个执照就带着走，因为他们去别的地方工作。
是的，他们这些员工有些人他们有自己的公司，自己的按摩 SPA。
Because some employee they have owned their business by themselves.
有些人他有自己的诊所，
Because some people they have their work in the diagnosis, in medical diagnosis.
有些2个员工是按摩学校的老师，
There are two masseuses. They are the massage school teacher.
他们1个星期没有办法全职工作，
They cannot work in the whole they only working a part-time job.
我要求他们每天在这边工作，哪怕1天或者2天，是希望他们能支持我这个 SPA。
Because to me, I ask them at least to work in there 1 or 2 days supporting my business.
因为他们有很高深的技艺，不是普通的按摩师。
Because there's two the masters, the masseuse, they have a very high skill.
绝对不是普通的按摩师，
They are absolutely is not like a normally masseuse.
所以我要求他们1个星期1天也 OK， 一定要留在这里。
That's the reason, because they got to switch the job very often, that I ask and request that please at least stay 1 day working my place.
他们在这边做给顾客做按摩的时候，不需要做1个小时，只有10分钟，足以让客人震惊。
Because wherever the two masters skilled masseuse, they only touch the customer only 10 minutes. They already make the customer the amazing the special job.
他们只做到1个顾客，顾客就会很乐意的写 review。
And then whatever they did to one customer, and the customer definitely they write down the admire, say this is awesome, the masseuse.
只是1次服务就足够了。
This is only one-time service. The customer very fully satisfied. 好，你现在还是重点，就是说你的这些按摩是经常换来换去，对不对？
对，
In other words, their masseuse is not like a permanent working there. They only say 1 day are working here, 1 day they go to another place, because some like the massage store, they like see new face, and then they
No,
don't
no,
want.
no, 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 no. 他们有自己的专职的工作，他们在其他公司有很好的待遇。
Actually, I'm saying wrong. Okay, they say the masseuse they have special place to working. They have a good job in another different place,
有很好的待遇，
and they're very good pay.
我没有，
I don't have it.
我是个新的企业，
I just new business.
我没有很多的顾客，
I don't have too many the customer.
所以我没有很好的条件给他们。
Thus, I cannot offer very good pay.
我希望他们给1天机会给他们这边工作，
I only
给他们创造机会，让这边发展。
你再说一遍。
我创造一个平台，让他们在这边工作。
I just built up the the platform.
当我的生意有慢慢的成长，
When my business pick up,
我有多的顾客的时候，他们会可以多的时间在这边工
and
作。
then when I have good business, my masseuse they will stay longer. That's the reason.
Okay. So we need to wrap this up, and I've got at least one more question.
他说我再
And
有
it's kind of a yes or no thing. So if I'm understanding correctly, employees at least your spa can be pretty fluid in terms of I'm employed at your spa today, but I'm not tomorrow.
也就是说，你的员工也许我今天
Employees
做
come and go very frequently.
也就是说，你的员工经常他们的工作来讲，他们变换的非常的快，对吗
是的，
？Yes.
Yes. Okay. And so while you may have 18 employees today,
他说你也许我今天有18个人，今天what
I'm just speculating. I'm just saying, while you may have 18 employees today
他说也许
that work throughout the week,
他说也许你18个人在这个礼拜的工作
从来没有。
，never。
Okay. How many employees do you have now?
他说你有多少个雇员现在？
现在怎么算？怎么统计？怎么统计？怎么算？
How do you calculate it, or how do you use a statistic? How do you?
他的问题我没有明白。
So she doesn't understand the question.
The question is, how many masseuses are employed at your spa right now?
就是说现在你有几个雇员在你店？现在
现在应该有6个吧，但是不是每天工作。
，right now I have a total have 6 people not working every day.
Correct. Okay. So you have 6 people total,
他说你有6个，
and they work periodically throughout the week.
他说就在一周里面，他们有不同的时间，是吗
让我看一下，要确定这个6对不对？
？No, hold on, let me figure it out.
包括我在内。
Include myself 6.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so 6.
Right.
Okay. So if Mr. Rodriguez went out to the business right now,
他说也许如果是去
he would be able to document
他就会看到
that the 6 masseuses have 6 certifications.
他说有时候如果说 Rodriguez 他去市政府人去，他就是有看到6个人的那些文件，对不对
一定的。
？Yes, definitely.
Okay. And would you have the ability to post those 6 certifications on the wall regardless of whether I as a masseuse was working today, but I'd be working tomorrow? Would my certification be on the wall?
他说就是说，譬如说你今天有6个人的话，6个人的执照都在的，也许我明天不在那边做，那是不是6个人的执照都会在墙上
是的。
？Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions. Do you have anything else to say?
他说我已经没有任何问题，你还有什么事情想要说 ？No.
Okay, great.
All right. Okay, thanks.
I'm going to close the public hearing, and I'll render a decision on the matter in the next several weeks.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.